Welcome friends to this back to basic video focusing on our total body and putting all the poses together in a really sweet flow. So we're going to be doing everything from hip openers, shoulder openers, gentle twists, standing poses, inversions, gentle inversions like down dog, and linking everything with the breath. So let's start seated comfortably. Focus on the inhale and the exhale, and really noticing how that feels in your whole body. The upward energy of the inhale, the downward energy of the exhale. On your next inhale, reach your arms up, and on your exhale, float the arms down. Inhale up. Exhale, release energy towards the earth. One more time, inhale, reach up. And then exhale, bring your right hand down, stretch your left arm across. Inhale through center, exhale, left hand down, right arm across. And we'll do some gentle work on our necks. So just let your right ear relax toward your right shoulder. Stretch your left arm out to the side, place your right hand on the outside of your head. And then we'll shift sides. So bring the left ear towards the left shoulder, reach the right arm out, place the left hand on the right side of the head without pulling the head down, just as a gentle guide. And inhale, reach your arms up, bring your hands behind your head, interlacing the fingers. Start to roll down, chin tucking into your chest. And just gently pressing back up into your hands so you can feel the whole back body spreading out. Noticing those sensations of stretching, areas of tightness. And we'll come back up to center. Take your right hand to your left elbow, pulling your left elbow across, and switching sides. Then wrap your right arm underneath your left in eagle arms. As you exhale, bow forward. As you inhale, open up to cactus arms. Switch hands, the left arm is underneath. Exhale, bow. Inhale, release the arms, coming back to cactus. Bring your hands behind your back, press into your hands, lift up through your chest. And as you exhale, reach forward between your legs, bowing forward. And slowly come up onto your hands and knees in tabletop, resting back into child's pose. On your next inhale, round up to cat, and exhale, stretch back to child's pose. So every inhale lifts you up, rounding your back, and every exhale stretches you back to your heels. Again, inhale, round up. Exhale, stretch back. Feeling the spine moving. Enjoying that movement. Then begin to stretch your arms forward, keeping your chest low, letting your hips come up over your knees in puppy pose. Relax here on your next inhale, lift up. And back to puppy pose. We'll do that one more time. Really exploring the upper back, the hips, and slither back into your child's pose. Inhale, round up, come all the way forward, lowering the thighs down, shoulders back, cobra, and exhale back, child's pose. Inhale, round up, exhale, lower down, gentle cobra. Inhale, lift up and back, child's pose. Inhale, round up. Exhale, lower the hips, thighs, cobra. Inhale, stretch back to your child's pose. And exhale, rest there. And come back to sit on your heels. Reach your left arm up and across, and then the right arm over and across. Back and forth, side to side, stretching out one side of your body and then the other side. Letting your breath lead the way. Playing with this movement. Exploring how you feel inside, as well as what your physical body feels like. We're going to continue this side to side motion, but now we're going to lift our hips up off our heels as we reach the arm across. So inhale, left hand down, right arm reaches across. And switch sides, back and forth. Come back onto your hands and knees. Lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment in down dog to feel the length in your spine. Maybe a little tension in your hamstrings, so make sure you bend the knees. Walk out your feet, stretching out the toes. So if you lower your knee down a little closer to the floor and press out through your heel, you should get a good calf stretch. On your next exhale, lower your knees down. We'll work a little bit on the wrists and the fingers. So rotate your fingers either towards your knees or out to the side and rock in the direction that your fingers are pointing. So in this video, I'm rocking forward and back because my fingers are pointing back. Then switch your hands so that you have the palm of the left hand facing up, fingers still towards your knees. Gentle rock back and forth. Switch hands. Right palm is up, left palm is down. Gentle rocking motion back and forth. And if you want, you can place both palms up. So the back of the hands are on the floor, palms are up. Sit back on your heels, interlace your fingers, reach your arms up over your head. Try and keep the ribs back as you reach your arms back. And then re-interlace your fingers, bowing forward, stretching your arms side to side for a gentle shoulder stretch. Remember, only go as far as it feels comfortable to you, but you're still getting a stretch. Sit back on your heels with your toes tucked. Interlace your fingers behind your back and reach your hands down towards the ground, towards the earth. Opening up the chest, stretching out the toes. And then release. Point your toes, sit back on your heels, and see if you can lift your knees up. If you can't, that's fine. Just the sensation of stretching out the top of the feet is going to be beneficial for you. Lower the knees back down. Place your hands, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Take time to stretch out your spine, stretch out the hamstrings, gauge your arms. On your next inhale, come up onto your toes and walk your feet forward towards your hands, nice and slowly, keeping the hips high. You may have to bend your knees as you get closer to your hands. And then begin to shift your weight forward and back. So forward, lifting the heels up, and back, lifting the front of the feet up. Just a gentle rocking, swaying motion. Pushing into your hands so you can get weight into your upper body when the heels are lifted. Then come halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift to a flat back. Exhale, bow. So you can have your hands on blocks or on your thighs. You don't have to be on the floor. Find what works for you. And then with the knees bent, just let your head dangle. Hold your elbows with your hands. And just a gentle swaying from side to side. Really soft and gentle. Like you're just dangling, you're just hanging out, stretching out your spine passively. And bring your fingertips to the ground. Inhale, lift up to a flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment in Tadasana to find your alignment, with your knees centered over your ankles, hips over the knees, shoulders over the hips, head between the ribs. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bow to the earth. Inhale, let the breath lift you up and lengthen your spine. Exhale, let your hands step back. Plank pose. So keep a fullness in your back, a lift through your belly. And then we'll do some gentle cat-cow waves. from down dog. Inhaling, rounding the spine forward to plank. Exhaling, stretching the hips back to your down dog. And see if you can make this movement become more and more fluid so you can really experience each vertebrae. And lift your leg up, pull your knee in really tight, touch your arm. Right arm with the right knee, stretch your leg back. Exhale, hug in tight. Bring your knee forward, touch. Inhale, stretch your leg all the way up and back. And then exhale, keep that knee pulling in nice and tight, and this time step it forward to your lunge. Pull your right hip back to straighten the front leg. Keep the back nice and long. Getting into that hamstring, so you may have to bend your knee a little bit. It may be really helpful here to have your hands on blocks. Just do the best you can, as long as you're listening to your body, respecting what it's telling you so you don't get injured. You're allowing things to open. Then lower your back knee down. Reach the arms up and back for a low lunge. Place the hands, lift back up, downward facing dog. Again, gently bend one knee at a time. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, left knee to left arm. Well, actually, if you want, you could pause the video as I skipped the knee touching to the arm. Feel free to do that, or just get into that hamstring stretch right away with the left leg, pulling the left hip back to straighten the left leg. Little gentle rocking motions. Bend your knee, lower the right knee down. Inhale, shoulders back, reach your arms up. Tailbone down, chest lifting. And lower your hands back down, step back. Down dog. And bend both knees and get ready to either step forward or hop forward to your hands. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bow. Press into the earth to rebound toward the sky. Gaze up, hands up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bow. Plant your hands, step back. Plank pose. Lower your knees to the floor. Stretch your hips back to your heels for child's pose. And come onto your forearms. Stretch your legs back, coming into forearm plank. Just like plank pose, keep the back full, keep the belly lifted. Use your legs, squeeze your legs in, stretch your heart forward. Then lift your hips up, walk the feet in, coming into dolphin prep. Remember, you want your shoulders to be behind your elbows. Press into your hands, lift the elbows up, and come forward into plank. Lower the knees down, lower down, open up cobra, and stretch back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest, step your foot forward. Rotate your back heel down, and then walk over so you're in a wide-legged forward fold. Just bend the elbows, relax your neck and shoulders. And begin to bend one knee at a time, moving from side to side. Opening up the inner thigh of the straight leg. This is an area that tends to be tight for a lot of us. See if you can find the flow, the grace of moving with your breath. Then we'll do some twists here. So bring the right hand to the center line of your body. Twist the upper body, reaching the left arm up. And on your exhale, bring your left hand down. And then open up to a gentle twist to the right. And back to center. Keep your left foot where it is, pivot your right foot forward. Starting off with that straight leg. And we'll come right into triangle pose. So push into both feet. Keep the belly strong. Open up through the front shoulders and the back body. Lower your hands back down, step back, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Keep your knee high as you step your foot forward. Pivot on your feet, coming into your forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Again, let your head dangle. And same thing, bend one knee at a time, flowing side to side, keeping the legs strong, pressing into your feet, feeling the glide. Bring your left hand to the center line of your body and open up, twisting to your right. Exhale, right hand down, open up, twist to the left. So you lead with your ribs, your shoulder, and the hand follows last. Then pivot your left foot forward again, keep the right foot where it is, making sure your toes are pointed slightly forward. Pull the left hip back, open the right shoulder, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Think of lengthening from your tailbone all the way out through the crown of your head. Lower your top hand down, step back, down dog. Take a few breaths to feel your down dog. Look towards your hands, bend your knees, and step or hop forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bow. Press into the earth. Inhale, rise all the way up. Stretch your fingers toward the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep wide. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to plank. Feel the strength and the upward lift in your plank pose. So there's no sagging, but there's more of a feeling of lifting. And shift your weight forward. Lower your hips down. Open up cobra. Really activating your back. And lift up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. This time, start to open your hips and then square the hips. Bend your knee, reach your foot way behind you. And step your foot all the way forward to a lunge. Crescent lunge this time. So keep the back heel lifted. Inhale, reach the shoulders up, reach your arms up. Keep the glutes active. Keep your heart open. Ground into the earth and reach toward the sky. And then we'll step back, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Open the hips, back and forth, a couple of times. First, bend your knee, reach your foot back behind you. And then step the foot all the way forward. Crescent lunge. Set your foundation first. Use your breath to inhale, rise up. Finally, reach your arms up toward the sun, or the sky, or the clouds, or the stars. It's all up there. And lower the hands down, step back, down dog. Down dog is like this pivotal pose that we go back and forth to. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, knee in, step your right foot all the way forward, nice and slowly if you can. Keep the back heel lifted. Inhale, rise up with your breath. One big motion, opening your heart toward the sky. Exhale, hands down. Straighten the right leg. Rotate the back heel down, open up, Trikonasana. Take your time. Feel all those points where you can ground and the points where you can elevate. Bend your front knee, coming up to warrior two. Remember to ground into that back foot. And inhale, reach up and back as you reverse your warrior. Exhale, come forward again, straighten your leg, reach forward, triangle pose. Open the chest, open your heart, open your mind, open your body. Reach the top arm forward, bend your right knee, coming into side angle pose. You can always rest your forearm on your thigh, or you could leave your hand on the ground. And inhale, back up, warrior two, reach back, reverse your warrior. And windmill the arms, step back, downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Experience all the sensations that down dog can give you. Notice how they change throughout the practice, to some degree. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bend your knee, step your foot all the way forward into your lunge. Crescent lunge. Inhale, rise up with your breath. Open up your heart. Stretch out the fingers. Gauge your legs. Exhale, hands down. Rotate your right heel down, straighten the left leg. Open up, triangle pose. So take your time, move slowly. Bend your left knee, windmill the arms up, warrior two, reach back, reverse your warrior. Exhale, come forward again. Pull the left hip back, triangle pose. You can sway the hips a little bit, finding just the right spot for you. And reach your right arm forward over your ear, bend your left knee, forearm on your thigh or hand down. Inhale, reach up and back, reverse your warrior. And exhale, windmill the arms, step back, down dog. Take time to really enjoy all the different stretches that you feel in your down dog. Honoring your body where it's tight, where it's open, and trying to find a balance between not being too flexible and not being too rigid. And your knees hop forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. Widen your feet with the toes turned out to come into a squat. Think of the weight in your hips as drawing you down. Sit down on your butt and bring your soles of your feet together for Baddha Konasana. And we can do some gentle cat-cows here. So as you inhale, stretch your heart forward, feel that stretch on the inner thighs, and as you exhale, round back, feel the release of the stretch. And just go back and forth, coming in and out of like that deeper stretch into a softer stretch or into a different sensation. And then bring your right knee up, bring your left foot to the outside of your right hip, hug your knee in, and we'll twist. So you can hook your elbow around your knee, thinking of keeping the spine nice and long. Exploring your twist, taking your time, going inward. And exhale, twist to the left, open twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right again. Maybe explore a little bit more, but always, always, always listening to your body. Maybe today you don't want to go any deeper. Maybe you just want to stay where you are and notice that feeling. So the most important thing is exploring and having an intention, moving with mindfulness, listening to our breath, to our inner wisdom. And we'll twist one more time to the right. Inhale through center, exhale, twist to the left. Nice tall spine. Inhale back to center and we'll switch sides. So the left leg is across, the right leg is down. And release your fingers around your knees to hug the knee in. And then we'll twist. So you could start with a more gentle twist, hooking your elbow on the outside of your knee. Finding that twist from inside, and then exhale, twist to the right. Try and keep both hips grounded as you go back and forth, twisting from side to side. Knowing that twists can be very therapeutic, but they can also be harmful if we try and force them too much. And last time, twisting to the left. Inhale through center, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Stack your knees on top of each other or cross your shins. So come to a comfortable seated position. Reach your right arm up, take your left hand to your elbow, and then reach your left arm behind you, either imagining that your fingers are touching or actually feeling the fingers touch, either way. And release your left hand down, reach your right arm across. Inhale to center, right hand down, stretch the left arm across. Come back to center. And then we're gonna pivot around on our feet. So lift your hips up, let your feet swivel as you walk your hands around in a circle. And as you come back toward the front, lower your left knee down, stack your right knee on top or cross at the shins, or find a comfortable cross-legged seat. Reach the left arm up, bend your elbow, use your right hand to pull your elbow in, and then reach the right arm up your spine. Seeing if you can touch your fingers or imagine them touching. And then release the left hand down, stretch the right arm across. Inhale through center, right hand down, stretch the left arm across. Inhale back to center. And step back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bring your leg forward for pigeon prep. So this is a pretty deep hip opener. Make sure that you do not feel any knee pain. Keep your legs engaged. And if you need to place support underneath your right hip, feel free to do that. You can start to rock side to side. Feel how that changes the stretch in the hips. Look back at your left toes. Make sure they're pointed straight back behind you, not sickled inward. Begin to slowly walk your hands forward. And slowly, if it feels okay for you, you can bring your forearms down. Let your head rest on your hands or any other variation here that you like. You can always use blocks or a blanket underneath your arms if this stretch feels too intense. Or you could just come halfway down or stay upright with your upper body. Breathe into this pose. Breathe into the sensations. And walk your hands back, tuck your toes. Step back, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bend your knee. Coming into pigeon prep on the left side. Just take your time here, use any props that you might need. Gently roll your hips side to side, taking your time. You can keep your back foot flexed or point your toes. And walk your hands forward slowly. Trying to keep the upper back nice and open and long. Always reaching forward as you lower down. So even though we're resting here, you still want to keep your legs active. So we're really getting a deep stretch into the hips. And if your hips are tight, it could potentially hurt your knee. So remember to listen to your body, keep your legs active, prop yourself up if you need it. And see if you can find the balance between engaging your lower body, relaxing the upper body, allowing that hip to open, not trying to force anything. The ego is very, very tricky. Kind of slides in there, making you do things that sometimes aren't the best for you. So it's important to listen and not go too far, no matter what pose it is. Stretch back into your down dog. Hop your feet forward to your hands. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. And exhale, hands to your heart. We'll do some standing balance poses, starting with tree pose. So shift your weight into your left leg. Your right foot can be either by your ankle, by your calf, or up into the inner thigh. Reach your arms up. And again, try and find balance between the grounding energy in your legs, the upward lift of your chest, and that lengthening that can happen when we ground and lift at the same time. Bring your knee forward, reach your arms up, and maybe straighten your leg. Lower your leg down, shift your weight into your right leg. And we'll repeat, bring the left leg up. Hug your standing leg into your left foot as you press your left foot into your right leg. Reach your arms up. Feel the little wobbles. Then release your foot, bring your knee forward, reach your arms up, stretch your foot forward, and slowly lower down. And come into chair pose, Utkatasana. A couple of times, so making sure that your knees stay back, that your weight is in your heels, and that you're lifting your chest up toward the sky. So coming into chair pose, lower your hands down, lift your hips up. And slowly make your way onto your backs. We're going to use our blocks, so if you need to pause the video, get some blocks or books. We're going to place one block underneath the back of the shoulders, one underneath the back of our head. So take your time, lower down slowly. Adjust the spacing of the blocks if you need to. So just make sure that you're comfortable with one block under your head, the other block underneath the back of your shoulder blades. You can also flip the block that's under your head to the lower height if that's comfortable for you. It's a little bit of a deeper stretch. Your legs can be in Baddha Konasana or feet out, knees resting in. And you can also change the position of your blocks. So if you want a deeper stretch, you can bring both blocks to the highest height. I like to hold the blocks with my hands as I lower down. So you want the blocks right in the middle of the shoulder blades. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Just let yourself rest here. Legs in any position. You have to readjust. I'm on the thinner blocks, so they're a little bit more challenging to balance on. But you want to be able to relax. If you bring your elbows in, it's less of a stretch. If you open your elbows out to the side, it's a little bit more of a stretch. So adjust to whatever place feels good for you. You can always change the position of your legs as you stay with your shoulders on the blocks. I love doing this. I do this all the time. It's one of those things that I feel is really important to counter all the forward bending we do, being at the computer and driving and things like that, with really opening up the heart, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, which isn't always easy either. So take time and focus on your breath. See if your body starts to open up a little bit more with each breath. And slowly come off the blocks, move them off to the side. Lower back down onto your back and just notice how your whole being feels, from opening up the chest, opening up the heart chakra. Begin to roll around in your hips, knees hugging into your chest. And interlace your fingers on the back of your right thigh. Bring your right foot forward into a half happy baby. If you can comfortably reach your foot with your hand, do that. Otherwise, keep your fingers interlaced on the back of your thigh or hold lower on your leg. Straighten your right leg. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right leg. I'm doing it on my foot, but you could have it on your calf or your thigh. And slowly lower that right leg across with control. Trying to keep both shoulders down. If the shoulder comes up, no big deal. Then you can always wiggle your way, your shoulders a little bit more to the left. We'll stay here for a breath or two. This is great for stretching out the piriformis, maybe relieving a little bit of sciatica pain if you have that. Key thing is to allow yourself to relax and rest. And to bring your leg up, bring your right hip back to the ground. Bend your knee. Now you might not be able to hold your foot, but if you can hold your foot, hug your knee into your chest and then stretch your leg out. We'll do the same thing on the left side. So interlace your fingers on the back of your left thigh. Pull your knee into your chest. Maybe point and flex your foot. Maybe grab your foot for a half happy baby, or keep your fingers interlaced on the back of your thigh. Straighten your left leg. Then take your right hand across to any part of your leg that's comfortable. So if you are holding your foot, that's going to be a way deeper stretch than if you're holding the outside of your thigh. See if you can move across slowly with control so that you don't just plop your foot over or drop your foot to the ground, but you can lower it nice and slowly. You should feel a pretty big twist in the upper back. Let yourself relax here, relaxing into the twist, softening. Making little micro adjustments as you lay there and as you just focus on what needs a little bit of softening or engaging or shifting. Bring your left hip back down, bring the left leg up. Release your leg, lower your leg down. Hug both knees into your chest and come into happy baby, whatever variation you like to play with here. Then bring your feet back down to the mat, as wide as the mat, and we'll do some gentle twists from side to side. Nice and slow. Imagining that there's no hurry, because there really isn't. It's all what we decide to do. I mean, external factors do come into play, but we have to kind of accept what the circumstances are around our journey to our goals. Hug your knees into your chest again. And stretch your legs out for Savasana. So let your feet flap open. Bring your palms up to the sky. You may want to Place your feet down, lift your hips to lengthen the back. So you want as much of your back on the ground as possible. Maybe a little bit of space underneath the low back. And just feel your body getting heavier and heavier. Taking as much time as you need, or maybe even a little more time than you think you have to stay in your Savasana. I hope you enjoyed this practice. Please like this video, leave a comment, and have a beautiful day. Namaste. And thank you for taking time to practice with me today.